Most of us men in this day and age right now, most of us are slaves to our sexual desires. Most of us are slaves to our sin. Or are we? Really think about that, bro. I don't know what book, what Bible you're reading, but when I was reading through my word today, specifically in the book of Romans chapter 6, Paul writes that we are no longer slaves to sin. And there's this whole trend right now on the internet with no fap, 3 steps to desexualize your mind, and most of them is just the same old freaking advice, bro. Watch out, look out, don't do this, don't do that. Go on a social media break, do a dopamine detox. Which, I mean, okay, cool, that's fine, but then what? You do your detox, you do your little challenge, and then you hop right back on to social media, and you're instantly back into your addiction again. What's with all the obsession of sin? I think the way to navigate through life and to really get transformation, I don't think it's necessarily something you need to fix, that you need to do. What I really think it is, or what it starts with, is it's something you need to realize. It's a change, it's a shift in viewpoint and perspective, right? I think once you have that shift up here, now you'll begin to have breakthrough. And I mean, hey, you really want to desexualize your brain, bro? I think it really boils down to a few things. Kicking it off with number 1, change your heart, not your habits. Most of us dudes are out here fighting wars, fighting battles with a freaking feather. Most of us are out here trying so hard not to sin, bro. You ain't that tough. You ain't that much of a G. Rather than spending all your time in God's presence, you're fighting this battle that ain't even yours, bro. That's already been conquered. What are you doing? Spend time in God's presence, my dude. Spend time worshiping Him. Instead of obsessing over sin, obsess over your God, the King of Kings, bro. Most of you out here, and hey, I admit I do this a lot too, and I have to zoom out, I have to take a step back and realize, but most of us are out here, we make sin our God rather than making God our God. We obsess over our sin, we obsess over our past. A lot of us out here we're just narcissists. That's really what it boils down to. In the wake up community, which you can be a part of down below, but you see a lot of new guys come in there, a lot of young men come in there, and they write these posts, and I'm just so sad, I'm such a sinner, I'm such a letdown, I hate myself, I can't believe I did what I did, when am I gonna stop being such a sinner? It's like, bro, you're not gonna ever not be a sinner, right? You might get better, you might progress, and that's the goal, right? We're all striving to do better. But even if you do get all your ducks in a row, and you're on your no fap streak, and you desexualized your brain, and you what does the Bible say in Isaiah? Even your righteousness is like filthy rags, bro. Of course try to do better. Of course try to progress and pick up your cross daily. But also realize, even if you quit fapping, you quit watching prawn, you never look to lustfully at a woman ever again, hey, you're still just as much of a sinner as you were in the midst, in your darkest valley, in the midst of your addictions and sin, bro. You're still just as much of a sinner. You're still gonna fall short every single day. You're still gonna commit a plethora of other sins, bro. And at this point, and when I do these types of videos right here, when I say stuff like this, everybody comes at me sideways. Oh, but Dre, what are you saying, Dre? Are you telling everybody that it's okay to be lukewarm? It's okay to just continue in your sin? No, I'm not. Oh, but Dre, no, you're saying that it's, you're implying that it's okay to be lukewarm. No, I'm actually implying the entire opposite, bro. And I'm saying you need to be focused on the right things, which we'll get into here in just a second. I'm not saying that it's sin isn't a big deal. What I am saying is stop trying so hard to beat it. Stop trying harder and try higher. Jesus conquered your sin. You are free. You are liberated. Why do you feel like you need to conquer it as well? And for some of you, bro, I hate to say this and admit it, but for some of you, this is going to take an entire lifetime for you to understand. But you are free, bro. When Jesus hung on that cross, what did he say? It is finished. Done. You are liberated. You have to remember that. And this is the place where you got to be at mentally. Because when you get to this place where you finally can just take a chill pill and relax, take that Jesus pill and relax, right? Now you can actually think clearly. Now you can actually calm the frick down and actually think straight and focus and move into your purpose, which is number 2. Have a forward focus. Lock in. Oh, but Dre, God can't use me, man. I'm just so evil, and I don't know what to do. I'm ready to I'm just ready to end it all. Bro, men in the Bible, I don't mean to laugh, but it's a little humorous. It's a little comical. Men in the Bible days, bro, were doing way worse things than what you're doing right now. It is what it is. That's the reality, dude. King David had one of his own one of his best soldiers, bro, had him murdered so that he could be with his wife. Yet God still used him. Yet God still said, that's a man after my own heart right there. And that's the thing right there, bro. God doesn't hate you. He wants to use you. But he can't use you when you're obsessed with a past you. When you're always constantly obsessed with your sin. God doesn't hate you because you sin. He hates the sin because of what it does to you. It's got you all wrapped up. It's got you all off focus. You're focused on the wrong thing. Philippians 3:14 says, hey, I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus. My brother, let's take that word right there. Let me open it up in the dictionary. It means directed or moving toward heaven or the sky upward, right? And see right there, bro, Satan wants you so focused on your sin and you doing all these bad things all the time. He wants you focused on that because then you don't remain heavenward, right? You aren't focused on where God wants to take you, what he wants to do with you, how he wants to use you. You're focused on this past you. And that's a very narcissistic mind state, bro. God created your mind, bro. He created our bodies. He created us to crave sex. God doesn't want you to desexualize your mind. He wants your mind. He wants your mind. He wants your thoughts on him. He not on your sin. He doesn't want your habits, bro. He wants your heart. He wants your aim, your focus heavenward. He wants it focused on building up his kingdom. God's not interested in all your habits. Because your habits are always going to fail. He's not focused on you doing good deeds. He doesn't need anything from you, bro. A lot of us out here think, oh, I need to do this, and that for God, and I need to live for God, and I need to give my life to God. Bro, God doesn't need anything from you. There's nothing you can give him that he needs. It's the opposite. You need him. You don't need to give your life to God. No. You need to trust, and you need to lean, and you need to cling onto God because he gave his life for you, bro. You really want to overcome your addictions, bro. You really want to sin less. You really want to have some serious transformation. What does the Bible say? It says you need to have be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You have to have a renewing. You have to have a shift in your mindset, the way that you think about life and how you navigate within this life, bro. It's not by trying harder, right? You need to realize you are free, you are liberated, and now you need, step 2 is forward focus. Stay heavenward. Focus on the bigger mission, the bigger picture. I was addicted to prawn for 16 years, bro. And I ain't perfect, I still struggle here and there, and I still have these wicked thoughts all the time. I have some pretty disgusting, nasty thoughts every day, bro. Actually, there ain't a day that goes by where I ain't thinking about some diabolical type of things. So I'm still a work in progress. But the days where I was addicted, you know what I realized why I was so immersed into this addiction is because, and a lot of you can probably relate to this, a lot of you who are addicted, what it really boils down to is you're just bored. You got nothing to do. You got no mission. You got no forward focus. You're all wrapped up in what not to do rather than what to do. A lot of you don't even know what to do. A lot of you don't even have a daily mission, daily purpose, bro. You got no agenda. You're just out here trying to avoid. Forget all that. Focus. What does God have for you to do today? I promise, if you start actually having a daily agenda, if you actually start focusing on other men and lending that hand down and focusing on how you can build them up, you're going to start to be so busy, you're going to start to be so productive in the path that God has for you, and you ain't going to have much time for dealing with these temptations and being immersed into your sin all the time. And no, when you have a mission requires you to lean into God. You have no other choice, bro. And just the other day, we had this dude in the War Club community who was saying, I don't know what to do, and I hate myself. And my dude Omar said it perfectly. He's a part of the War Club, and he said, bro, you come in here every day, upset, all depressed, and all down and out. He said, dude, just pray, repent, and move on. Move on. Forward focus, bro. Yes, try to do better. Don't try to do worse. You'll never hear any of us, not even me, advocate to do worse, bro. None of us are saying that. But when you are focused on the mission, you automatically just start to do better. You automatically, when you're focused on the one who was sinless, you automatically just start to sin less because you just don't really have that much time for it. Stop hating yourself and start loving God. Start loving people. What did Jesus say the night before he got crucified? He said, love others. As I have loved you, so should you love one another. He didn't say, hey, he wasn't sitting there with the disciples saying, hey, make sure you feel extra bad for when you sin. Make sure every time you sin to just wallow in it. And no, he didn't say any of that, dude. He said, love others. He gave them a mission. Again, you're liberated, bro. Start living like it. Start. If you were held in a prison for 3, 4, 5 decades and someone came in there and got the keys and unlocked you, would you just still sit in the prison and go, no, I'm a prisoner. No, I'm in bondage. No, you're free, bro. Walk out. Enjoy your freedom. So many of us are out here, oh man, I'm just such a sinner. Stop focusing on how much of a sinner you are and start focusing on how great and how merciful your God is. I told my bro Maxime this the other day. I said, every time you sin, you don't need to sit here and say, oh, I'm such of a sinner. No, say instead of saying that, how about you say this? And I'm even starting to work on this myself too now. Instead of saying how much of a sinner you are, start saying how forgiven you are. Instead of saying, oh man, I sinned today, start saying, oh man, I was forgiven today. And press forward. Oh, but Dre, what you're saying, you're implying that it's okay to be a sinner and to continue. I don't got time for bros like that. If you're gonna keep writing that in my post, bro, you might as well just unfollow me. You're just not getting it. You're not understanding what it really means to walk with God. So I don't got much more to say to you, bro. You'll figure it out later down the road once you realize that you can't stop sinning. Moving on. The last one, number 3. And I'm going to keep this one quick just so we can kind of wrap up this video. But this one might kind of throw a lot of you guys off. This is something that is not talked about, and that is nutrition. Yes, diet. Yes, working out. Yes, getting out in the sun, getting outdoors, exercising. This is something that's it's mind-boggling. And I talked about this in the War Club on our 1-hour lecture yesterday. I talked about how it boggles my mind how whenever Christian YouTubers especially and pastors, whenever they talk about how to overcome your addictions and all these things, right? They never talk about nutrition. They only make it about spirituality. And it's like, yes, that does play its part. Yes, but God didn't create us just spirit. No, what does it say? He created us mind, body, and spirit. It's a 3-chord fold, bro. And I had this kid yesterday in the community. He started asking these questions. He started saying, because we just got through, finishing up the 21-day challenge, and he said, well, what's the point of all this? He's like, what we should be doing is not all these exercises and doing all these new routines and habits. He says, what we should be focusing on, Dre, is Jesus. And I'm like, yeah, of course we're focusing on Jesus, bro. But we are made up of mind, body, and spirit. We're not, they all work hand in hand. That's the way God created us, bro. And this kid was talking about how we need to be more spiritual. And it's like, hey, good luck being spiritual, bro, when your body's broken. Good luck trying to serve people, serve your church, serve God when you're sick and diseased. It all works together, bro, in harmony with each other. Nutrition, bro, and I got to be careful with this. When I have a cheat day or I fall a little bit off track of my diet, I become 10 times more susceptible to my temptations. I do. And I'm sure you can feel the same way. When you're eating like crap, when you're eating like garbage, you're not going to the gym, right? And you're feeling lethargic, sluggish, when you're not getting good sleep, and you wake up feeling tired, unmotivated, brains foggy. Are you more likely to stay focused on your mission, or are you more likely to just take the day off, chill on your couch? I know I am. Those days where I'm off track, I'll find myself sitting on the couch, doom scrolling, and then what happens when you start doom scrolling? You know what happens. That big old nice booty pops up. And then you start going down this rabbit hole of all these, you start hopping on all these websites that you shouldn't be hopping on. So yes, nutrition, diet, exercise, going to the gym, this plays a pivotal role on your journey of overcoming addictions, my little bro. It's very important. You lock in those 3 things right there, bro. Now you're going to actually start seeing some results. Now you're actually going to start aligning yourself more with God and His purpose for your life, and not just being down and out and sad all the time, man. I'm done, bro. Hey, make sure you join the free community, War Club community down below. I'll see you in there, my brother. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope you got a little something from it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.